Hey there, Patriots. October 18th, 2023. J6 News updates and chat. Hydrate and press on. I'll give you the story about that here in a little bit. Hey, Sunkissed. Hey, Sean. All right, buddy. Lana Lewis, hello. Sorry I didn't give you a watermark. Oh, yeah. All right. Go with that one today. Thank you, Deb. Bye. Sharon Kearns. Hi, Bonnie. All right, Bonnie. Maybe the notifications are working now. You got it there, Sean. What would I do without you? Thank you. Well, I don't know if you all been watching, but some crazy stuff going on at the Capitol today. Looks like the Capitol got stormed. Only a different set of rules, a different tier of law enforcement out there today. All right, you got the notification. Things are on the up and up, maybe. Hey, Sylvia. You got to be unwinding. I hope, Sylvia, you're just taking a break for a little bit here. You've been busy the last week. Hello, Deb for Freedom. Deb for Freedom's got a great short out this morning, or I think she even had it out last night, right after the vigil of our new J6er, Curtis Tate. Great job, Deb. That's what I was wondering, Sunkiss. Why didn't they throw flashbangs at that crowd? Why didn't they have police shields and body armor and rubber bullets and tear gas? And isn't that kind of like what we thought we were getting into on January 6th out there? That's really all we wanted to do out there. And then they started beating Grandma up, and the rest is history. All right, Patriots, let's get started here. All right. Guess I don't need these. Sun went down. We're good to go. Let's go over what happened to Freedom Corner last night. First of all, Dwight has had a great prayer like many, many nights in a row. And in his prayer, he was saying, "Come, Holy Spirit." And that's what we pray for every day, that we got the Holy Spirit just to keep our minds from exploding sometimes on all this stuff. It really gets crazy after a while. Wasn't there an official proceeding going on? Yeah, speaker votes. Wasn't there something going on? I think the speaker vote might have been at Cannon Building. I know Glory B was boots on the ground there. Thank you, Glory B. You are awesome. So anyways, Freedom Corner. Matt Da Silva called up. First thing he was talking about is how he has a blanket. You know, in jail they give you a metal bed, and then you get this little like foam pad to sleep on. I don't even think they give you a pillow. You got to make a pillow. And they only give you like a blanket, and it's getting cooler in the jail now, so he's like a big tall guy on a short blanket and a short bed, and it's just not that comfortable. I think of that every time I lay down in my bed at night. These guys in jail got to deal with this two-tiered system, man. Yeah, why aren't these people arrested like the rest of them? Okay, let's see. All right, let's talk about this for a little bit. I was watching America's Voice News, and Ben Burkham just said that the protesters had no permit to be inside the Capitol, and they did stop a vote for a temporary House Speaker, and they faced the wall. Two-tiered justice system, America. Here we go. It's on display for you. So if we got to spell it out for you a little more, America, and I'm not talking to my crew here. I'm talking, if you see in this video and you just watched what happened at the Capitol today, what happened at the White House yesterday, and compare that to what happened to the Patriots on January 6th at the Capitol, it's a big, big difference on how these two different groups of people get treated differently. Lock them up, Priscilla Victor. All right, we'll get back to, yeah, I'm really mad too, doxing Grandma. Well, I mean, what are we going to do, though? It's just another day. We're not dead yet, so we got to keep walking. We're on this side of the grass. That's a good sign every morning, by the way. But, I mean, here it is again. They ripped the reps' signs down by their doors that had, "I stand with Israel" on them. All right, now we're all getting whipped into this stand with Israel, stand with Hamas thing, you know. Let's take a breath. Let's step back. There's a lot of history to the country of Israel and the Israel of the Bible. And that's something we all got to get to the bottom of and get our brains around. It is possible to get your brains around what is the country of Israel and what is the people of Israel. It's a big difference. So, and that's just something we got to sort out, man. Nothing's worth killing another human being over any of this, okay, first of all. So therefore, there will be no violence. But we do have to get to the bottom of the country of Israel. What's going on there? Why are we funding them? What just happened with that hospital that they blew up in the Gaza Strip? I mean, who blew that up? Israel said they didn't blow it up. Hamas said they didn't blow it up. But there's video footage of a missile that they shot off going haywire and coming down. I mean, I saw the video. So this is war. Ugly things happen in war. People lie in war. They want to make money, basically. And it's a sick person that would make money at the suffering and death of other people. And that's what's going on. So we cannot back either side on this war that's brewing over in Israel. And every day is another story. We can make up and come to decisions about it right now. And tomorrow, that could all change, you know. So I think just unequivocally, I don't support war. I don't support sending my kids, my grandkids over there to do anything. Let them hammer out their problems. If there are people here that want to send money to Israel, let them send money to Israel, but not my tax money. Let's send our tax money down to our border and protect our Mexican border, where we're getting invaded. 15 to 16 million unvetted people in this country right now. There's got to be sleeper cells. There's got to be trouble coming from this. No doubt about it. So that wasn't the hospital that got hit. Not the hospital. Video on Oreo. Okay. I haven't seen the video on Oreo yet. I just saw it on Real America's Voice or something, where the missile goes up, kind of half explodes, and then shoots straight back down into the ground, kind of way up on the horizon. So you can't tell if it's the hospital or not. And let's not forget, the wars are filmed by Hollywood. Okay, they can make anything look like anything. Look what they did with the moon landing, you know. They can make anything look like anything, people. Let's keep our heads on straight. Let's keep our eyes on God. God, family, country. Wake up, get straight with God, talk to God. Kiss your wife, kiss your children, get your family squared away, and now we can fight for our country. So you've got anything troubling in either the God or the family category, that's almost got to get straightened out before you can step into the freedom fight here. And that's just common sense, I think, okay? All right, so here's Oreo's channel. He's putting out the news, man. He's on it. Patriots in control of the media. This is all sickening, Lovey Bugs. You are right. And they are arresting the guys in the Capitol. I saw that right before I came on here. Loading buses, you know. Filling out clipboards, loading buses, just like the Border Patrol. Crazy. Crazy. So last night, Matt Da Silva, it was just a normal conversation of what's going on, what's wrong with our country again. And Matt Da Silva's looking for information. He gets information, passes it on to us. Still no Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan got shot down yesterday by 20 votes. Jim Jordan got shut down today by 22 votes. Thank you for the input, Cleo. Biden's just shoveling money into Ukraine like it's going out like it's coal in a locomotive, you know? It's just crazy how much money we're shipping out of there. I heard we gave Palestine, the Palestinians, $750 million over the last 20 years, you know? So we're funding them. We're funding Israel. They're fighting. And now we're supposed to send troops over there and equipment. I mean, they should have spent the money. We gave them better. And by the way, these missiles that Hamas is setting off, you know what they are? They're the old water pipes that Israel's water system that they had in at the Gaza Strip. As some Israel built, as soon as they let Palestinians into the Gaza Strip, they tore everything that Israel built down over there. It was actually kind of lush from what I've seen. And they came in and just wrecked it. They wouldn't live in a house that an Israeli built. And the stupidity of some people is outrageous. And they could have just moved into these houses. And rather than do that, they tore the houses down and they built them goofy rock houses that they got over there and tore up the water system. Now they got pipes that they could build missiles out of. It's hard to call these people human beings. They're just driven by hate. Their God is the God of death, basically. Okay, I just saw that link. IDF shows misfired missile on the Daily Mail. That's I think the video I saw, but it wasn't on Daily Mail. Thank you, Sylvia. So somebody blew it up. All right, remember the movie The Hunger Games? Right at the end of that, or the thing appears. It's just like a movie, okay? And usually that's how it usually is. You know, they put a scene in a movie and then they try it out in real life if the people in the movie theater liked it. So it's just like a scene out of a movie. Biden shoveling money. Biden weak on the China policies. He's probably making money off the Chinese also. And the thing that Matt Da Silva was just flabbergasted at was that there is a huge human toll to all of this corruption, all of this warmongering, all of everything that's going on now. There is a gigantic human toll on this that we're going to pay for a long time, man. My granddaughter went to school with a mask on for the first time in kindergarten. That's going to have a toll on her, you know. She had a speech thing for a little while. That went away. Then she had a weird breathing thing she was doing. That kind of went away. But every time something like this comes up, there's a toll. There's people that are gonna have to live with that as part of their experience, their human experience. And you can't ignore that these things are happening, you know. But we just had a couple of generations of cushiness and you know, happy days, and that 70s show was just like a show, and it was all kind of good times. There was a little trouble, but man, soft times make for soft people, soft men, and nowhere is that more evident than right here, right now, in this day and age. Belinda Ector, we got to keep praying for God to protect the world. Amen. And it's in his hands. It's in his hands. We can't go out and take care of it in the normal warmongering way, because that's not God's way. And you can't stand before God and say, I obeyed you, And I don't know. You just got to be able to answer for yourself at the final judgment there. And then this whole Matt Silva also says this whole Israeli thing would not have been happening with Trump in the White House, and that's what. So here we are again, back to the elections thing. Elections have consequences, and we are paying for it. Yeah, Chris, we're all over that, man. The protesters inside the Capitol. That's what we're all talking about here, in case you're just catching up. And a two-tiered level of law enforcement is what we're noticing too. We've all been saying two-tiered system of justice, but it's more than that, America. It's two-tiered law enforcement also. No law enforcement went after any of the election fraud that happened. And we even tried bringing cases to court, and the courts did their mumbo jumbo. You don't have standing, whatever that means. So that means there weren't any cops that brought the case to the courts and pressed any charges against anybody. They just let it go, and it didn't happen. All right, and then after Chris Silva called in at Freedom Corner last night, Brian Jackson got on the line and introduced us to a new J6er. This guy's name is Curtis Logan Tate. And he was recently arrested. He's got kind of a weird story here. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. Not Louisville, he's from Louisville. I haven't gotten how to really say it like he does, but you can tell he's from Louisville because the way he says Louisville. He was arrested on August 24th of this year. He went to J6, and on the 13th, right after January 6th in 2021, the FBI came and did a shakedown on him where they took his phone. They didn't have a warrant. They shut his street down, he said. They questioned him for a couple of hours, and then they left. And for 2.5 years, Curtis Tate was walking around like everything's cool. They talked to me, then I think he got his phone back eventually. And 2.5 years later, August 24th of this year, they came and busted him, man. So there's that tactic. You know, how does that make all the other people at J6 feel? All the million people that didn't go into the Capitol and whatnot. Everyone thinks they got away with it, so now the DOJ's got to do one of these scare busts and to rattle everybody. And it's just it's almost like the DOJ is a terrorist organization now. They terrorize you with law and fear and the unknown. So Curtis Tate is a 32-year-old guy. He was up near Roseanne Boyland when that whole beating death happened, when Lila Morse beat Roseanne Boyland to death, and patriots were screaming to stop, and they were spraying him with gas. Curtis Tate was right up there in the melee. He says he was one of the guys that first dragged Roseanne out of the pile, at which point Ronald McAbee started giving her CPR. So he was in that melee right up there by the tunnel, they call it now. Mickey and Tammy were talking to him on the phone. It was a really good conversation. And if you want to catch it all, just the phone conversation is on Deb for Freedom's channel right now. She just put it out last night. And that was the quickest turnaround on a phone call I've ever seen, Deb for Freedom. You are rocking it over there. Thank you. Mickey, while she was talking with Curtis, was just saying how these representatives are just nothing but a whole lot of talk, man. Nothing but a whole lot of talk, and I'd have to concur on that. That's all I see. That's all we see. A lot of talking, nothing happening. And then in that conversation, the fact that Dianne Feinstein, Mickey found out that when Dianne Feinstein is a senator from San Francisco that just died 2 weeks ago, maybe. I think the flags are all still at half-mast for her right now. And she didn't even have her own power of attorney. her daughter had been appointed to be her power of attorney to make, financial and medical decisions and stuff while she was a sitting senator. And there's 2 or 3 votes right at the end of her life where her aide actually had to clue her in and tell her to just vote yay. And I mean, that video went all over the internet like a month ago. We are in clown world, America, and I don't even know which way is up. All I'd be looking for in DC is which way is out right now, because it's amplifying fast. Jeff Sable called in for the national anthem, and that was a great national anthem once again. Check it out. John Mellis got on the phone then too, and was talking about they were talking about how, people, the racial hatred, was pretty much gone until Obama brought it back, where people had to vote for the black guy to prove they weren't racist. Obama wasn't even a senator for like 2 years in Illinois. Nobody knew where he was. He never produced a birth certificate, and everyone's like, hey, where's your birth certificate? And well, just vote for him or else you're a racist. So Barack Obama brought racism back. I think Hillary Clinton brought the Russians back. Russia wasn't our enemy anymore. And when she said something on that debate about Russia, I just went, Russia? What are you talking about? And look what they turned that into, all right? And lo and behold, Joe Biden becomes president, and terrorism is back. Yeah, America, aren't we happy? Now we got 3 boogeymen. And an open border, and no energy system, and high rates of groceries, man. I bought 2 bags of groceries yesterday. It was $82. I don't know how we're supposed to exist anymore, people. It's getting down to the line. And a lot of people, they're down and out right now already. Some people got arrested. I think they arrested all of them that were sitting down there. They were just taking a break because they filled the bus up and they were waiting for another bus. That's right. They opened the doors on January 6th also. They didn't have a permit. People today didn't have a permit. It's a 2-tiered level of law enforcement. And then John Mellis was saying about how, he remembers watching a video of Cash Kelly interviewing people about Trump. Back then everyone was thinking, well, no, black people vote for Trump, and there's Cash Kelly telling everybody that Trump was the guy that deserved to be president before he got elected. Cash Kelly was a J6er who was down at the Gulag for a while, and he was just a Trump guy, and he was a black guy, and it just doesn't even matter what color. I feel stupid just telling you he was a black guy because it doesn't matter. We are not racist. We are not racist. All right, so in other news, we got the Speaker of the House thing going on. And 3 weeks ago, everybody was yelling at Matt Gaetz, you're messing up the whole deal, right? Because he had 10 people that were voting with him to take McCarthy out of the position. Well, right now, we got a man that the Republican Party is coalescing around, and now it's the rhinos that are the problem, okay? So it's the same show, different scene, and it's just the same thing. We have no government at this point, America. Nobody is going to come rescue us from this. Matt Gaetz isn't going to come in and be Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan ain't going to come in and everything's going to be cool. Even if they took Trump and put him right back in office tomorrow, he's not going to be able to do it. This is going to be an all-American, patriotic event that's going to have to happen in order to get our asses out of this sling that these evil cabal people have put us in. I just thought it was funny how, you know, a lot of these big colleges, they got donors, big donors, man. And a lot of them are Jewish. And I always wondered why the Jewish people vote for Democrats all the time. They are notoriously Democrat, and they vote for Democrat policies and stuff. They fund these colleges. And now we're watching Hamas sympathizers protesting. Harvard's the most notorious one right now, but it's happening at universities all over the place. And now we got some Jewish billionaires making statements like, hey, I'm not going to contribute to that college anymore. The cash flow has stopped. I don't know if they're just saying it. I think they're just saying it. They're not going to stop sending that money to that liberal college because this is their agenda. This is the Israeli-Palestinian mind jumble. This is what they do. This is what they want. They want our brains scrambled. And they do things that are illogical, not sensible. And we can't make sense of it because it isn't sensible. And they just keep doing it. And that keeps us jumbled. That keeps us divided. That keeps us from being able to win against these people. I think Joe Biden's trying to get another $100 billion for Iran/Ukraine/Taiwan now. So now he's got a big basket that he can dump all this money into. Let's see, we had the hospital bombed in Gaza. Who knows what happened there? All I know is Hollywood filmed it and they're showing it to everyone on TV right now. Arkansas, good news out of Arkansas. They banned Chinese ownership of land in Arkansas. That was pretty good. And let's see, we had one J6er who was a mother of 8. Rachel Powell just got sentenced to 5 years in prison for breaking a window. She was right there at the Roseanne Boylan thing also. 5 years for breaking a window. That is not a justice system. That is a 2-tiered system of justice. And then last night during the vigil, it was let's see, during the vigil in the chat, I was getting word from our chat that embassies around the world were getting attacked. So I haven't even heard the end of that story since last night. I looked it up, and yes, the embassy in Beirut was getting attacked. And I haven't really had time to look up any of that. There's just so much to think about and watch. We only got so much time to watch all this stuff, man. Can't even keep up with it. And then today, when this whole Capitol thing set off, I was going into the dentist, and she goes, oh, how's it going? I said, oh, it's going great, other than the fact that the Capitol's getting stormed again. She was like, what? So I got the phone out, showed her live streamers on the ground. I hope I made an impression. She's still watching the news and Fox, you know. So I don't know. I don't know, people. All right, so yesterday I was telling you about the Sovereign Citizens channel that Mal Hawley does in order to get to know J6ers better and to just try to get the stories on these guys' lives and stuff. There's another website that I checked out this morning called StopHate.com. This is a guy named Dave Summerall who I've met down at the corner several times. He was there at least twice that I know of. And so I got on there and started looking up what he's got. He's got some good stuff on, just like Mel Hawley's got, like full 1-hour interviews with people, with J6ers and people associated with the J6 movement. Oh, here we go. All right, so there's a video of that. Israeli drone video of the fully intact and undamaged hospital in Gaza after rocket hits parking lot. All right, so there's that. Yeah, Dave Summerall's an awesome dude, and he has got tons of interviews. So what I did was I just watched one of them. I think I've seen some of his stuff in the past, and it was good. He gave excellent talks at the corner while he was there. And I watched a interview that he did with Mickey and her really good friend Wilma, who came down to the corner at least twice now that I remember. So this is on a show of his called Discussion Island, and this was episode 39 from, I think, a year ago, all right? And one of the people who, I mean, every day, when I was down at the corner all the time, and Trooper and David and everyone's down there now, Rebecca, I'm like, how do they do it? How do they just keep going after this, you know? And then you get to thinking, well, how does the J6ers do it, man? They're getting sentenced to, you know, 5, 10, 15, 22 years in prison, and they're dealing in there, you know, they're holding it down. But then one person who I just really don't know how they deal with what's going on is Mickey Woodhoff. She has lived the ultimate horror that anybody, I think, can even possibly imagine living. So if you want to get some insight into where Mickey Woodhoff is coming, man, this is coming from. This interview with David Summerall is a really good thing to just touch base with. Where's Mickey coming from? She is one of the strongest people I have ever met, man or woman. And an incredible leader with incredible insight and I should say guidance. She believes in God, and I think God is guiding her along. But she's the start of the vigils. She has been on it since day one. She had the horror in her life with Ashley Babbitt being murdered there, and Michael Bird getting promoted after that. Ashley getting, I mean, just, I would recommend everyone just do that just so we can touch base again with Mickey, like psychologically, mentally, spiritually. Because there is nothing phony about Mickey Woodhoff, and I'm just honored to be able to say I stood with Mickey at one time shoulder to shoulder, but right now she's way ahead. I'm back here doing this stuff. And I just thought it was touching. It was really touching to watch that 1 hour episode on Discussion Island, episode 39 on Stop Hate, which is a Rumble channel, and it's a .com. So stophate.com, you can find it there, or a Rumble channel called Stop Hate. And then the show is called Discussion Island, episode 39. And you're right, Ridgeline. She is one of the best people, man. Kind and emotional and tough as nails. You are so right about that. And I do pray for Mickey and Nicole and Tammy and Helena and anybody who's down at that corner. I'm praying for those patriots that are down there, willing to go through what they got to go through, living in that sewer swamp over there. That's right, Sunkiss. She is one of the most amazing patriots. And we just want to get justice for Ashley. And justice for Ashley is justice for all. That's a great motto that they came up with a long time ago. I haven't seen that one put out there lately. All right, here's the Capitol getting stormed. If you want a link to go find that. I didn't see how they got in, Sunkiss, so I hope that's in that video right there. When I turned it on, it was a bunch of people, like, I don't know, 200 people, 250 people sitting on the floor under the rotunda. Benny's on right now. Glory B was on the ground. There's another strong lady that I'm honored to say I stood shoulder to shoulder with Glory B too, and she's still doing it. Still out there doing it. So Patriots, support your streamers, man. They are getting us the news like instantly. Glory B had it before CNN had it, before Newsmax had it, I think. So Glory B was filming outside the Canon office buildings, which is right across the street from the Capitol, because obviously she couldn't get inside the Capitol. All right, and then so at the end of the Discussion Island episode 39, there is a P.O. box number for to get in touch with Mickey and Wilma, and I'm going to send a card there. I don't know if it's still a valid address or not, but it is. The address is Justice for Ashley, in care of C.O. Wilma and Mickey, 13465 Camino, Canada. I don't know what that is. Number 106-239, El Cajon, California. That's ELCAJON, California, 92021. And I'm just going to drop a note to Mickey, just telling her how much I appreciated crossing paths with her, and how I hope to carry on. Oh, here it is. All right, Sylvia, God bless you. Got the link already. I'd like to know how to do that. I can't figure it out. I just found icons the other day. I don't know how all you guys make them icons, like when we're doing the roll call at Freedom Corner, and where everyone's going hero, hero, hero. Some people like Kara, she does these really cool ones with stars and hearts, red, white, and blue hearts, and all that. I don't know. I just found out how to do icons. I just found out where they are. I don't know how to do them yet. But yeah, that's where I'm at on this stuff. I don't know if I can figure out how to make a link like Sylvia does, man. It looks like it's hard to do or something. One, 3, 4, 6, 5. There it is. Okay, so that is probably a still current address, right? Wilma is equally as cool, as strong, as patriotic as Mickey is, and she was just a wonderful person to hang out with for a couple days when she was down there. And just awesome patriots. Hilda Bechtel, are there a reason you are not going back? I didn't say I'm not going back, for one. I'm more of a day-by-day guy here, Hilda. Every time I make a plan, the whole universe lines up to make me not make that plan. So I try not to make plans that are more than today. I gotta say that I just wake up in the morning, and whatever needs to get done today is what I get done today. And what was lacking when I got home last time, I didn't realize it was that my family was missing me, all right? I got children, I got grandkids here, and all of a sudden, the one granddaughter was saying, I haven't seen you in so long, you know, and she wants to learn how to play Frisbee golf. I want to show her how to play Frisbee golf. It's the point where the grandkids are still talking to me. So I want to enjoy that part of my life. And second of all, God. My order of priorities is God, family, country. And I'm just dying to get into a deep dive study again. And it's just something that every couple years I got to do it, just to keep tabs with everything. And I feel like that part has gone, I've gotten away from a little bit. So I'm reading my Bible now, all right? I'm into a study about Israel, about what God says about Israel in the Bible, not what the world is telling us Israel is over here. I'm studying some history on Israel. These are things that I gotta get my brain wrapped around before I can jump into any kind of a battle pertaining to any of that. And DC sucks. It sucks. It sucks so bad down there. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. every time you park your car, you got to give somebody money, okay? And if you don't give them money, you get a ticket. And some tickets are $25, but there's $100 tickets. I got a $250 ticket for some kind of spot down DC. I had no idea. I looked around for signs. I thought I was totally legal. And there's a $250 ticket. By the time I got home, when I could deal with that ticket, it was turned into a $500 parking ticket. So for that reason alone, I don't think I'm ever going back to DC. DC sucks. I will trash DC anytime I get a chance to. Because DC sucks, man. And furthermore, look what they're doing to people in jail down there. It's not right. It is not right. And I had an altercation down there that I haven't heard the end of yet, so I'm not going down there anytime soon. And all right, so I'm taking care of family. I'm getting my brain watered with the word for a while, taking a break from this. I feel I did more than my fair share already down there in DC with the People's Convoy, with 1776, with the Vigil. I'm tapping out for a while, and I'm going to tend to my family, my brain. And there's a battle brewing here, right in my hometown, with a $250 million prison they want to build here, that I'm getting called to jump into that battle. So it's day by day, Hilda. But thanks for asking, because, thanks for caring. Thanks for caring about me. It's not a big deal if I'm not down there, man. The Patriots that are down there right now are holding the line. We got 1791 Stormtrooper. We got Glory B, Freedom Express Media, We the People MAGA. How many live streamers do we need on the sidewalk down there? And what we needed was other people going out around the courthouse and the Capitol, like Glory B did. So I think we got a great crew down in DC right now. I can pay attention now more to other groups. I can get my little local group started on this prison. I want to get down to Northern Neck and visit Tom Jeffries down there and John Haynes. I got a lot of other things, man. There's a prison in Center City, Philly. I'd like to show you one of these days. I had to get the transmission. Sorry, I'm going on and on and on about this. Got the transmission in the van. The van's fixed now. I can take a long road trip and not be always thinking the transmission's going to die on me. So things are working out because every day I woke up and did the things that I knew I had to do, and it's what God puts right in front of me that I got to do. Otherwise, I get overloaded. I get overloaded thinking about next week, next year, 10 years from now. Or I get overloaded rehashing yesterday all the time. I just got to live in the present day by day. And I hope you guys do too, because I think that is a better way. I've gotten bogged down into making plans for the future, and things don't happen the way you want them to or the way that you planned them to, and it won't give you satisfaction. It doesn't help to make all these. I mean, it helps to have a framework of plans, like Sylvia getting her daughter married down there. There was a lot of planning involved with that. That's cool stuff right there. But as far as like planning what battlefield I'm going to be standing on in a week or two, I don't know yet. I don't know. It's day by day. So yeah, Mickey's battle was on my heart heavy this morning, and I want to show her some respect. They wouldn't choose to be where they are right now, but they've been given this battle. They've been given the strength to carry this battle on for so long. And man, it is a thing of beauty. It is a thing of honor. It is a thing of patriotism, and it is a thing of, I think, righteousness. So if you can, drop a letter to Mickey, contribute to forashley.com, which is the funding for the corner down there. If you want to see that keeping on going, man, it takes money down there. Generators, gas, candles, the batteries were out in the candles all the time. They had to make them signs. It isn't free, and we all know that. So if you can, contribute to Mickey and the gang down there at Freedom Corner. Yeah, I do, Ridgeline. What do you got in mind? I was thinking of going to visit Ridgeline. I was thinking of going to visit Deb for Freedom. Heading out to Ohio. I mean, I could do so many things. It's really exciting now that the van works. There's a link from Mickey's website, weekly rep letters to order for Ashley.com. So I'm assuming you can send her a message there also. This P.O. box was from like a year ago, I think, before she had all that set up with forashley.com. But man, that's a great interview, man. If you guys want to, just watch it. You will have mad respect for Mickey after that, if you haven't already. Yeah, Deb. So that's Deb for Freedom. That's another thing I'm thinking about. Heading out and visiting you, visiting Ridgeline out on the way there. And eventually looping back down around, visiting Northern Neck, having a weekend vigil with them down there. Go over to a little bit of YouTube school with them. And then, I don't know, that's like a grid work for the next 2 weeks, I would say, right now. But nothing's set in stone. Don't hold me to anything I just said. It's every day when I wake up. If I wake up tomorrow and the van's already packed up for some reason because I went to the garage and did all that tonight, I'd be on the road tomorrow, but we'll just see. It's day by day. And I think that's my easy way to deal with that. So, justice for Ashley is justice for all. That is a watershed statement there. And one of the things that Ashley said, Mickey gave us, there was a lot of information about Ashley in there. I don't know a lot about Ashley. I didn't know if she was married or, I didn't know. And so there is a lot of information about Ashley Babbitt in there also. That is just wonderful to know. The more information I got out of there, the more I love Ashley Babbitt for what she did and the things that led her to do what she did. There was nothing bad about what led her to be there. She didn't want to hang Mike Pence. Nobody wanted to hang Mike Pence. That's a Hollywood storybook that they've been telling people for 2.5 years now. But one little thing that Mickey said that Ashley would say all the time is, of course, Ashley was an Air Force veteran, 14 years, 4 tours, I think, in Iraq. So she was a trained soldier, and one of her mottos when times got rough was hydrate and press on. And I can relate to that, okay? And that's kind of what I'm doing here at home. I'm hydrating. I'm watering my brain with some scripture, watering my brain with some information and history, watering my relationships with my family right now. I'm hydrating them right now, okay? So that if I do leave for 2 weeks, everything doesn't just crumble when I leave here. So I think that's a great motto. I'm going to kind of start using that one because I like it so much. Hydrate and press on. When we were climbing mountains and stuff out in Washington, that was it, man. Make sure you're hydrated. You got to have hydration. You got to have water. You lose water. This Saturday, all right. Let me look up and see where Chambersburg is, if I can get out there for Saturday. I'm not sure, but let's make something happen, Ridgeline. I'd love to see you. Love to see you again. Oh, and Ashley Babbitt's favorite movie is also my favorite movie, and that is The Big Lebowski. There is many, many one-liner quotes out of that movie that apply to life. I mean, just an incredible movie, and it was just cool getting to know Ashley Babbitt a little bit better. So, and God bless you, Mickey, if you're seeing this. We love you. We pray for you all the time. We want justice for Ashley because that is justice for everybody. And our battles continue. We had a whole nother day of shit show down in D.C., the double two-tiered system of justice. two-tier system of law enforcement happening right in everyone's face. And I hope this wakes up a bunch of the more sleepers that are out there that don't understand what's going on and realize that this is going to be at their front door tomorrow unless we all stand up. And we could all stand up and end this tomorrow. Without a civil war, without a drop of blood hitting the ground, we could end this tomorrow, America. And as soon as we can get to a table and start talking about that, I think we're going to get somewhere. But until then, we got another battle on Freedom Corner tonight. We got another battle waking up on this side of the grass tomorrow morning. And with that, I'm going to tell you, this is Jericho, over and out.